Well, good morning, and thanks for joining the Tyler Glenn Show, the show about food and fun places in the mayhem of life. I hope you are enjoying your long weekend. This is a big, long weekend right across North America. Let's face it, not much is getting done because we just had Canada Day on this side of the border. 4th of July is coming up tomorrow, so south of the border, they're kind of into a 4-day weekend. We've got a 3-day weekend, and yeah, we're just hanging out having coffee on a Monday. It's good to have you along. But it's been a busy couple days from wild weather out west. Did you see that Alberta tornado? If you didn't, holy cow. This straight out of the movie Twister. We've got it for you coming up. Also, Dolphins Country Fest returns with a bang. It was an amazing weekend. We'll do the Canada Day wrap-up and what you were doing. I want to see the pictures. I want to see the video, and I want to see lots of red, white, or red, white, and blue if you're doing your Independence Day thing early this weekend. I want to see it. Send it to me. Good morning. Welcome to the Beach Bunker. Let's have coffee. It's a holiday in Canada because Canada Day was on Saturday, and so it's a statutory holiday, and lots of people are just sleeping in. So this is kind of an experiment. I haven't worked a holiday since the show started, and I figured, well, I didn't have any plans for Canada Day. I wasn't really doing much. I had family going up to Country Fest. They just got back last night, and I had some other family that were doing some camping and some other family that were at the cottage, and I, typical Tyler, I'm buried in work, and couldn't really get away. Did get some sun, drank some beer, had some barbecue, and had fun, but just didn't get too far from home. So I figured, well, I'm around Monday. What am I going to do? Just lie around and do nothing? No, might as well have coffee with you and check in with you and see how your weekend was and see if you had anything eventful happened. Maybe you found a surfboard like Bernice did and got all dolled up and it got into her swimming pool and took some awesome pictures. We'll take a look at that in just a second, along with some other pictures making the rounds. And the tornado in Alberta, damn. Holy man, nasty. And it destroyed buildings and injured people. Now, thankfully, no one was seriously injured and no deaths. But, lots of bumps and scrapes and bruises and broken bones even, with crap flying through the air. It was some scary moments between Calgary and Red Deer, and we'll show you that stuff in just a bit. First, I want to say good morning to Lindy, who was Yeah, she was in early this morning, a little later than normally, but we're not going to hold that against you. Again, it's a holiday Monday. The fact that you're here at all is cool. So many people be watching the show later today, and that's okay too. But nice to see you, Lindy. And Misbehaving is here. Agent Red, nice to see you this morning. Agent Red, that's not a name we see all the time. Paul Croft is here, and Kathleen, nice to see you this morning. And our Zumba Bernice on her surfboard. Miss Vicky is here. Misbehaving is here. Nice to see you. And Nick Adams is here, and Connie. It's good to see you. And whether you're joining us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, can you join us on Twitter? There was a big meltdown on Twitter over the weekend. Just when you think Elon has got his shit together and things are cooking and moving along, and you think, okay, now Facebook and Meta, they've got all this crap going on in Canada with news and stuff, then Elon decides to be a brain surgeon and take Twitter for a left turn. Now, I'm not a huge Twitter user. Maybe you are. Maybe you don't even go on it. But Elon over the weekend made a big change to Twitter, and it's got people pissed off. Now, if you liked Elon before, you're mad today, and if you hated him before, people are getting the pitchforks and out in the torches, and we'll explain exactly what he did in just a bit. Hey, there's Quentin. Hey, you should be sleeping. Kids are on holidays. Oh, man. Thanks for being here, though. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Let's have some fun. Get me some shots of your weekend. DM me on Facebook, Tyler Glenn on Facebook. Just send me a quick DM. Just 2 or 3 pictures is fine. Or if you've got a video, that's cool too. Show me what you're doing. Show me the kids, red and white. Maybe they got their Canada flags out. I've got a video of a beaver, a quintessential Canadian video of a beaver and a Canadian flag. And what makes this even more stereotypical than a beaver and a Canadian flag is that this beaver is so sick and tired of the expense of living in Canada, he steals. He steals. He has to steal. He's Canadian. He's broke. He's a broke beaver, and he steals the flag. And it's on video. It's pretty funny. Hey, there's Trev and Lillian. Nice to see you this morning, guys. Big win for the Bombers, Trev. Hey, boy, there wasn't a lot of people at that game. Jeez, I'm starting to worry about the CFL a little bit. CFL is becoming a league of Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. You know, out east and BC, they're trying in BC. I can tell, you know, I don't know how much TV you're able to watch that comes out of BC, but I'll tell you, the CFL is grinding. They are shamelessly promoting on TV and radio in BC, trying to get people to Lions games. But, boy, I'll tell you, it is, yeah, and that's true. There was rain before the game. There was a 2-hour rain delay, 90-minute rain delay, but still, CFL is struggling, although Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, and the Alberta teams seem to be doing a bit better. But it's really Manitoba and Saskatchewan that are carrying the water right now. Their fans are diehard, hardcore, and they're the most fun to watch, I'll be honest, when you have Saskatchewan and Winnipeg play. That's the most fun. I love those games. Those are great games. Anyway, let's speaking of the weather, was it Misbehaving said that she's watching the show or listening to the show under a blanket. She says, oh my God, it's plus 12. Yeah, Brandon, not much warmer, 13. We're in for a bit of a cooler week this week. Temperatures are going to be slightly below normal for this time of year. Our normal high is 25. We'll probably be about 21. We may even see upper teens this week. Now, that's probably good news for all those who are sick and tired of all the storms coming through. And I don't know about you, but I think I'm stormed out now. I think that we've had enough storms. And yeah, Paul sent in some shots of yesterday. He was blaming me. He says Tyler said there was going to be no rain this long weekend. Well, and you know, I just communicate the information that's provided to me, and for the most part, we got away pretty scot-free, with the exception of late Sunday. No. Yeah. Was it late Sunday? No, that's last night. Late Saturday night, we had a little bit. I was right. No rain. Well, it's a big area, so some did get rained. The Dolphins Country Fest, what was it? Late Saturday night, like at 3:00 in the morning. Because I had some family members up there, and they're like, I'm getting my phone rung, and it's like, hello, is there like tornadoes coming? I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sleeping. I don't know. It's like, you need to get this weather bug app on your phone. Damn. And Paul says Sunday afternoon they got hammered. Interesting. Well, we're going to take a look at some of that right now. Let's have a look-see and get some weather shots here. This was near Winkler over the weekend. This is not in our immediate area, but over towards Winkler, they had some severe weather, and this is just some thunderstorm activity. But man, wow, that is some powerful clouds right there, and that looks like the start of what would be something really nefarious there. Lots of lightning. Oh, that's Vicky. Nice to see you, Vicky. Didn't take pics of our relaxing weekend cleaning, detailing our car, had a barbecue, and we went to the fireworks. And you know what? That's okay. Yeah, you know what? I had my folks over for dinner the other night, and I'm thinking, shit, I didn't take any pictures either. Sometimes you're just having so much fun and you're in the moment, you don't get the pictures. And that's okay, too. Thanks for letting me know what you did, though. Where'd you see the fireworks? I heard the Brandon fireworks were excellent this year. They've been doing a good job the last few years. Anyway, that's Winkler, Altona area, and that was over the weekend. But I think I saved Paul's stuff. I'm almost positive I did. Let me just have a. Oh yeah, there we go. This is from Paul. There's when the winds came down at Paul's place. Man, you need to get a gutter on the. You need to get a gutter on that. Right there, at the corner of the house. Needs a gutter. Just a little bit of wind. Hang on, honey. I'm just starting the barbecue. I'll be a few seconds. It's a little hairy out here. He's ducking for cover into the garage. I'm going for cover. Man, this is when I just get the barbecue going. Yeah, I'll be out here for just a few minutes, honey, trying to get your chicken on the grill. Yeah, and it looks like there was a little bit of hail mixed in with that. Was there a little bit of hail mixed in with that, Paul? But man, the water. Oof. Yeah. Well, and with that extreme heat comes the extreme storms. I think he sent some pictures too. Maybe not. Maybe just that video. Oh yeah, there was some hail. But the big weather shot, of course, was what happened in Calgary. Oh, my God. This is so awful. And families are in shock. They're grateful after a tornado rips through. Have a look at this.
Not good.
Not good.
The twister touched down in Mountain View County, located roughly halfway between Calgary and Red Deer, destroying multiple properties. And while only minor human injuries have been reported, dozens of animals have died in the storm's wake. Carolyn Curry de Castillo surveyed
the destruction. Damage there.
And spoke
it's
with
awful.
People who now have no place to call home, including one man who rescued his mother from the wreckage.
There's nothing left of the home.
Look at that. How anybody survived that is amazing.
Farm equipment was picked up and tossed half a kilometer away. Trees uprooted.
She was, pretty much buried in the basement. And my son, he got her out. And so without getting too terrible emotional here, he's a hero in my eyes.
Ray wasn't at home when the tornado touched down, but his wife was, and so was his son, who lives across the highway.
What did you hear?
Just everything. Just the house crumbling.
Travis Kelsey and his wife and baby took shelter in the basement. As soon as he could, he rushed over to bring his mom to safety.
There was nothing. The house was flat. But I just wanted my mom out. I don't want to be a hero or anything.
The tornado caused damage to 9 homes, of which 3 were completely destroyed. Around 25 cows were killed or had to be put down, but no one was seriously injured.
It was a total disaster. I hate to say it, but it's just right out of the movies, just like the movie Twister. It was just leveled.
I'm telling you, I just started to cry. It was devastating to see my childhood property just totally demolished. Devastating.
The power of nature is unbelievable.
At the same token, I also know that we're going to be okay.
This would be the worst storm of the
Tornado
summer.
expert
right
Connell
here.
Miller says compared to other tornadoes typically seen
Oh.
in Canada, this is a more significant event with more damage and had the potential to cause far more destruction.
Okay, who's driving this car? Is this a storm chaser? It's got to be. And those storm chasers need to get their heads examined too. Like, you're driving towards the funnel cloud of death right here. It is amazing that no one was killed. Like, that is a giant, giant twister. And I'm to be driving towards it? I would be driving away from it so hard. Look at that thing. There's a cow. I think that's a cow right there. Like in the Twister movie. See a cow? That is insane.
Expert Connell Miller says compared to other tornadoes typically seen in Canada, this is a more significant event with more damage and had the potential to cause far more destruction.
2 kilometers that way, there's a big subdivision, and a kilometer that way, there's a mobile trailer park, right? And it's amazing that none of that got hit, and it's amazing that the people that did experience this tornado weren't more injured than they were.
The twister was on the ground for at least 20 minutes and also resulted in hail damage. Carolyn Curry de Castillo, Global News.
Wow, that is incredible. And so glad that nobody was killed in something like that. And while there was injuries, none of them were serious. And the takeaway from that is when you hear from anybody in the news or the weather on the internet, it's time to get to the basement. Just get down to the basement. All the people who walked away from this basically unscathed had been in the basement. That is where you got to be when there is a tornado warning and they say, okay, now's the time. Grab your whatever little bit of food, water, battery operated radio, get to the basement and take cover, because when a storm gets that big, holy man, it just does not care. It is just going to come in like a freight train. That is amazing. Good morning, Megan. Nice to see you. Whew, intense stuff. We got some Brandon restaurant news coming up in just a second. But first, I want to say good morning to our friends over at Alternative Choice Garden Center, where their 25th anniversary Win Your Sod contest is still on. It'll go on until the middle of August, by the way. One lucky client will win the value of their sod purchase back. Only the best quality plants, including annuals, perennials, trees, and shrubs, and growing supplies in the Garden Center. They've got the Grow Together Rewards program. That gives you a chance to earn points on every purchase so you can get more plants. And lots of other items as well. Stop in and sign up for the Grow Together Rewards program. And I was talking to Mike. While their potatoes, carrots, things that grow underground are just about ready, we are just about ready for those fresh veggies. Some of the veggies that are above ground might have to wait just a little while longer because of the bad weather and because of our hail situation that we've had the last little while. But I'm on Fresh Veggie Watch, and you know what? I'm going to let you know as soon as I get some into my little basket here, and I'll pass that information along. Alternative Choice Garden Center. If you love your yard, you'll love the Alternative Group, a full-service company of landscaping, yard care, garden center, and even excavation. AlternativeGroup.ca. Coming up this month, we've got another oil change contest coming your way, along with a summer car care package. And we'll have a contest we'll be rolling out later this week with that. So we'll give you another chance to win with our friends at Murray Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac Certified Service Express. That's right. So free oil change and, again, summer car care package will be yours. You'll feel good knowing that every time you go to Murray's, they're donating $1 to Bear Clan and Helping Hands and Samaritan House, too, making a difference in your community. Your convenience is a priority. They're not just fast, but they're more affordable than most competitors. Starting at $84.30, honesty and integrity are guaranteed. And while you wait, they show you both filters every time, while certified technicians perform a multi-point visual inspection to let you know of any issues. Certified Service Express from Murray Chevrolet GMC Cadillac, Richmond Avenue. your quick, reliable, charitable, and affordable oil change experience. And don't forget to mention Sunseeker 10 and get $10 off. Downtown Minot is looking beautiful. Look at this. They've got the North Dakota State Fair coming up real quick here. And I just wanted to show you some beautiful pictures of downtown Minot. They've got so many businesses downtown. Loving downtown Minot. Yeah. There's always something to do in downtown Minot, and you know you've got a real vibrant downtown when there's no place to park. And I say that lovingly. There's always a place to park, but it's so busy down there because they've got so many stores. And you're just like, this is so nice to see. It's so nice to see a vibrant and healthy and, well, not a lot of vacancies, if any vacancies, in downtown Minot. So when you visit Minot, it's not just about the mall. You've got to check out downtown Minot, too, if you're going to be in town for the North Dakota State Fair, because they have a great selection of stores and shopping and restaurants downtown in addition to what they've got at the mall. VisitMinot.org is the website you're going to want to go to for all kinds of deals for Canadians. They're exclusively to us. I sent a few people there over the weekend. There's no better way to celebrate Canada Day than, well, heading to the States for the long weekend, right? That's kind of what we do. So visit Minot.org. /Tyler Loves Minot if you want to take a look at some of the deals that are exclusive to our Sunseekers. Visit Minot.org /Tyler Loves Minot. And people are really getting excited about the acts that are going to be at this year's North Dakota State Fair. And they've been posting it all over the place because the acts are pretty big. And we just came through Dauphin's Country Fest. Got some pictures to show you from Country Fest in just a bit. But first, the acts that are going to be at the North Dakota State Fair, some pretty big names like Joe Nichols, Brad Paisley. Maybe you heard of Brad Paisley. Eric Church. Jelly Roll's my favorite. I like Jelly Roll, although my kids want to see Ludacris and T-Pain on the 21st. That's the lineup at this year's North Dakota State Fair. And so, that'll be the next big music festival on the agenda. That is coming up just in a couple of weeks. Hard to believe, man. The summer's just ripping by. Damn. Dauphin's Country Fest. Did you go? It was really well attended. It was really a classy event. Moment of silence. And they had great crowds there. I think I've got, this is right before John Fogerty. This is a great shot. This is from Corinne Hollyoak, who sent this. Thanks, Corinne. Look at how beautiful that shot at Dauphin Country Fest. That's all you need to see. Now, there's some clouds there, but overall, it was a really, really nice weekend. Great crowd, pretty well-behaved crowd, a little bit subdued. Are you finding this as we get back from COVID, whether it be concerts, parties, celebrations, everyone is just a little bit, a little bit reserved or just a little bit subdued, not wild and crazy before COVID like we used to be. Trev went down to Botno. And Lindy has got blooms on the cucumbers. We're getting close to that season everybody loves with the fresh veggies, hey? Oh. So, yeah, no one went to Country Fest in chat? No? Heard it was great. Heard it was awesome. And I think that they'll be back and bigger than ever next year. And it's nice to see. It's one of Canada's longest running country music festivals. And they do such a great job year after year. But COVID was scary. I think people were concerned about Country Fest, concerned about a lot of the concert acts and special events that were going on. And it's nice to see that they came back in a big way. And this is Lauren's Canada Day pictures. Thanks, Lauren, for posting this. I like these ones because she's all dolled up in the red and white. There they are, celebrating Canada Day from the lei to the cowboy hat to the Canada Day shirt. Happy Canada Day weekend. And thanks for sharing. Great shots there. Celebrating Canada's birthday this weekend. Okay, we're going to say goodbye to our Facebook friends. We do thank you for being here, and on YouTube and Twitter. If you saw us on Twitter, I'm still kind of foggy as to how it's going to affect video, but hopefully it doesn't affect video. You get a certain number of posts that you get to view on Twitter before Elon cuts you off now. Kind of like how a lot of newspapers will set it up. The big city newspapers, locally, you got to pay for everything. But in bigger centers, they'll give you 3 or 4 free articles and then cut you off. They'll say, so you'll click on an article and it'll say, you only have 2 articles left to read. Now you have 1 article left to read, and then something will happen. You click on it, and they'll say, Toronto Star, you're out of free articles. Please pay $5.99 a month to get your subscription to our newspaper, blah, blah, blah. Well, Elon is doing that with Twitter. And so you get, I think, 400 post views before you've got to pay, which is still a lot of content before you got, let's be honest, if you're consuming over 400 posts a day, what are you doing with your day? That's a lot of content. But does scrolling count? Like that, I guess that could add up quite quickly. Anyway, I don't know how that affects video, so hopefully you're seeing us on Twitter too, at least for the next few seconds, because we're moving everything over to Twitch, as we always do at this time, to twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. So if you want to come and have some coffee with us and talk about some fun stuff from the weekend and other shenanigans, wander on over. You'll find us on your TV. Again, just look for the Twitch app on your Amazon Fire Stick, or if you have a smart TV, the app is already there. Just download it. Look for me. Put me on the TV, and we can have a chat. We can have a coffee at twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. Otherwise, have an amazing day, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Central for another